Hi, everybody. It's Kimberly. I am an eternal life student, which simply means human. At the end of the day, that really is the only title that we need. I think people are like walking books. We each can learn something from each other, and together we can grow stronger. Today, I'm very excited to have a guest speaker with me. Her name is Richelle Tennyson. She is a strategic HR professional out of Illinois. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Today's topic is how to coach employees on having a positive mindset. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for having me. I'm Richelle Tennyson. As Kimberly said, I'm a strategic HR business professional out of Northern Illinois. Been doing HR for, 12 plus years, I would say, but I have kind of a diverse background. I've been an insurance agent. I've worked in marketing and trade shows and inside sales and computer programming. So I kind of bring a really diverse background to HR. So it kind of helps me see the bigger picture. But one of the most recent things that I've kind of worked on in most of my HR career is just trying to have that positive mindset to always know that, things are always going to get better.
No, that's a great way to be. I find that that seems to be a theme a lot this last couple of years. And could you describe what it means to have a positive mindset for those who don't understand?
I guess I don't have a definition that really sticks out into my head, but I always have thought that, when one door closes, another one opens. And right now you might be going through some struggles, but you know that there's always peaks and valleys. And so, you're going to always, come out of that valley and you're going to have another high spot. So, we're all human. We all go through these changes in life, and, we only kind of scratch the surface sometimes with people that we see out in public or that we work with every day. We don't know what's really going on behind scenes. So we all need to, be more cognizant that, be kind, be generous with people, and just have this positive mindset that, if today's not good, tomorrow will be better. So there's always that, outlook.
That's wonderful. No, seriously. You hear so many people say, you don't know what other people are going through. So just be kind, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I agree with that completely. Now, you apply this where you work, correct? It's part of your profession.
Try to. Yes, I do try to. I really definitely try to, bring a positive attitude each and every day to work and make sure that I'm passing that along to the employees that I work with.
Now, are there things that you can teach someone that to kind of have that type of mindset at the workplace even?
I feel like there are times when I'm able to teach it, and I think it really comes into play when employees come in to see me. So these are kind of more on a one-on-one basis where they come in and they bring a problem to HR. I don't always like HR to look like we're the ones that people are getting in trouble by going to HR. So
right.
I like them to come and have these conversations with us so that they realize that, we're as approachable as anybody else at work.
No, it's true. I agree. I used to have a background in human resources, and you're correct. A lot of times it used to be, HR, human resources is coming, right? But once people start to realize you're there to help them, work with them, grow with them, it opens up a whole new world. And that's part of our conversation now. It's just to show people there's more out there, and they should be comfortable to come and talk with you, right?
I hope so. And I try to do that. I try to make sure I wander the plant floor, or I go into the break room and I try to have conversations with people. And I've got a lady that I share my pictures of my dogs with, and she shares pictures of her dogs with me. And so, it's just kind of building those relationships with everybody across the organization. And I really think that helps take that kind of stigma off of HR.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's actually causing a positive mindset for you as well, right?
Yes, it is.
It works in tandem together. They realize that they can go to you, and you know that you can go to them and build that connection together, which is great. When you really focus on the company right? And build that culture. I think it strengthens it more. Would you agree?
I do agree. And I'm hoping that, other people are seeing changes in our organization. I've been there for about a year. And so I feel like we're moving in the right direction. We've obviously, I always say baby steps. We've always got ways to go. I definitely have kind of a continuous improvement mindset. So I kind of take baby steps along things and I try to, let's make this little change and then we'll tweak it a little bit more and then we'll tweak it a little bit more again and just kind of fine tune some things so that we can get it to where we really need it. But we've really made some positive progress, I think, over the last few months. So I'm excited to see where the organization goes.
That's wonderful. Do you think that, do you think more companies should really focus on employees and their mindset and how to focus on making it more positive?
I do think that that's part of how you build the culture in an organization and how you get employees engaged and want to be part of that organization. So, it's not always about the money and the benefits that you're offering people to come and work at your organization every day. It's what they also get out of it. So it's the relationships that they build with the other people that they want to come in and see them every day because they enjoy working together.
Yeah.
We're processing food, so for them they're on a line and they're packaging food and that could be kind of boring after a while. It's very repetitive, and so it's good to build those relationships with the employees that you work with so that you do enjoy coming into work each and every day. So, and that's the whole organization. That's the people in the front office, that's people out on the production floor, that's our maintenance teams, that's our drivers, that's everybody all wrapped up into one.
Right. No, definitely. I think once you realize it's a whole, it's a group as a whole, that makes the company. It makes it easier to focus on the main thing, and that is to make the company run smooth and to treat people as humans, right?
Yeah.
No matter what level they're at, they're all human. They all are there to do a job, but at the same token, they want to have something positive to look forward to. They don't want to just look at a job and say, "Oh, I'm here working," and then punch out and go home, right? Which
Right.
there has been that the mentality and mindset out in the world. They're like, "Oh, I got to go to work," instead of, "Oh, I'm going to work today. I can't wait to see what we're going to do." It is a different
Right.
mindset and mentality.
Yep. And that's what's always really what I've really enjoyed about HR is just working with the different people. And like I said, building the relationships. I never know what each day is going to bring. So, some days obviously go better than other days. And it's just kind of the nature of the business.
This is true. I think that is everything.
And to kind of give an example of what I've been trying to do, I've had an employee, they gotten upset on the floor. Somebody asked them to do something that they didn't feel like was part of their job.
Okay.
And I've been trying to kind of promote that every job is part of everybody's job. If
Yes.
there's something that needs to be done, we can all chip in and be a team and we can all take care of it. So this particular employee was concerned about having to train another employee. And he's like, "I don't feel like that's part of my job. That's not my responsibilities to train other employees." And I said, "We're all responsible to train other employees." And I go, "You need to look at this as a positive. They feel like what you're doing in the organization is how they want this other person to do the job once they learn it." I go, "You're a role model for this other employee. They see you as being a good performer and they want you to train this other person to do the job exactly the way you're doing it." I go, "So you've got to flip that mindset around that, that's not my responsibility, because now you're taking on better responsibilities and showing that you're a leader in that group so that you can then hopefully move up to another job and someone will train you to do that job the right way."
That is a perfect example. I love it. No, that's perfect. It is. And it shows you just how simple flipping the mindset change the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
He or she didn't want to do it, but you explained
Mhm.
how you basically explained how it's actually a compliment to them,
Yeah.
and how to be the team player. And not only by doing that, they themselves are going to grow to the next level. And then hopefully one day they'll move up and the same thing's going to happen to them. So that's great. No, it's really good. I like it.
No, that's what I'm hoping for, that if I can keep trying to kind of flip their mindset around and seeing the positive side of things, that they won't always see the negative side of things. Had another individual that was a line supervisor, and we asked her to move over to a different line and trade lines with another employee. And she's like, why do I have to do that? I like being on this line. And I said, I understand that you like being on this line. I'm like, but we noticed we had an upper level position that we were recruiting for internally, and
Mhm.
her and some other individuals also applied for it. Sorry, my nose is tickling me.
That's okay.
And and I said, I get that you are comfortable on your line, but sometimes we have to move ourselves out of our comfort zone
Yes.
to actually learn more and grow more. And it actually is going to help you to learn a different line, and is also going to learn the other individual to learn your line, and everyone will be cross-trained. So that way, if somebody's not here, due to COVID, we've been having to try to supplement people. So it's been really good as we promote this cross-training across the lines, that everybody learns every job, so that we build a stronger workforce in the end. And she was also able to go over and work with the new operator that was on that line, who she's Spanish speaking. Well, she's bilingual, but he was Spanish only speaking.
Okay.
So it was helping us train him to
Okay.
become, you know, very valuable in his position too. So, I was like, this is a win-win for everyone. You're going to learn something new. The other supervisor is going to learn something new. And then our operator is going to be able to become valuable on this line for us. So just helping them see that there's really kind of a method to our madness when we
Yes.
start moving people around. But, we're seeing where there's some gaps in our skills and our abilities. And so, and we want to be able to promote people from within. So the best way is to develop our people and make them the strongest people that we have. So
Definitely. Cross training is so important. It truly is. I don't know how many people, realize that you need to have that backup. For each person, they should have a backup, right?
yes.
And they don't realize it till something happens, and we say, "Oh no, nobody knows how to do that." Right?
Right.
So I think it happens to us all because someone's out and everyone asks, "Uh-oh, who knows how to do this?" You know,
Right.
so yeah, definitely.
I mean, I've even been guilty of that. We did some training this past week, was just on our like security system to get in and out of the building, and some things weren't working right. And I said, well, I'll just please retrain our whole team. I'll sit in on the training. I'll take notes. I'm like, if one of us gets hit by a bus tomorrow and can't make it to work, I'm like,
Knock
I'll
on
be
wood,
able to
no.
step in and be able to do the security system. Like, I want us to all be well-rounded. I don't want us to all just lean on one individual, even in our department, to be able to do one thing. We should all be able to step in and be that person for a day if we need to be. That's the way we all get a break every now and
I
then.
actually, not only that, I think the more that people know what other people do, they can understand it better. And what I mean
Yep.
by that is like in all levels. I've had it where, some people might be, a nurse for a day, follow them around, or, like CNA for a day, maintenance for a day,
Right.
housekeeper for a day. But it's just to show what that other individual does, because you can only assume it unless you actually step in it and look at it,
Right.
and like you said with the security, you decided to learn, which was great, because if something happens, then you guys
Right.
will now know how to do it. And just by taking those extra little steps, you're building your tool set of your knowledge and what you're capable of doing. Plus, you're learning about what another individual is doing. So if that individual has so much work that they're swamped, they have so much stuff going
hmm
on, you could be
Yep.
that team player and be like, hey, listen, I know how to do this,
Yep.
and that's what it is. It's all hands on deck. Everybody
Yep.
work together, and it's not personal. A lot of people think that you're just piling on work, but when you
Right.
realize the big picture, it's about being a team, right, and working together, which then promotes the positive mindset.
Yep. I'm hoping it all just comes full circle. So I feel like, every little bit kind of just contributes to that positive mindset. I don't want my employees to feel like their plates are too full. Always willing to, like, every day, one of the things I'm like, what's your top priorities today? And what do you need me to help you with? Like, what can I do to help make this a great day for you? So, if there's something that I can take off their plate, I'm happy to do that. And, we'll figure out how we get that tackled for the day.
No, that's wonderful. I appreciate you taking the time, to talk about this. I don't think a lot of people understands the behind the scenes that goes on in human resources. And that I know, right? They really don't know. I've been there. I know what goes on back there.
I've even had employees go, "What are you guys on Facebook all day?" I'm like,
if they only knew.
We really aren't.
No, but you're in there with your heart trying to help everybody. At the same time, you've got your own pile of work that you have to accomplish too. What are some things you yourself do to keep a positive mindset for yourself, especially in human resources? That can be high level stress. People don't understand how stressful that can be.
Yeah, so I find podcasts like yours. I try to be I'm kind of a self-taught person. So,
Okay.
I really am big on self-development. I have quite a commute one way to work. So I drive about 45 minutes every day. So during that time, I try to find some kind of self-development podcast, positive mindset podcast, anything that's going to teach me something. I'm also trying to learn Spanish right now because half of our population is Spanish speaking. So, I kind of throw a little bit of everything in. So that way I feel like I'm making good use of my time in the car, and it puts me in the right frame of mind when I get to work. Some days I listen to a Christian radio station the way to work, and that kind of really frames my positive mindset that, every day is a great day and that we're all happy to be here on earth. And, if the work doesn't get done, but we're all still here and happy, it's still a good day.
Exactly. It's still going to be there the next day and you start all over again. It's true. And not every day, some days are going to be a little bit harder to find that positive, but it's there. You just have to keep on looking, right?
Yeah, you just have to look a little harder on those days than others.
No, definitely. But the more people that have it, right, the more positive mindset that's around you, the easier it will be for you to pick yourself back up.
That is very true, because when you find that one person that's not positive and you start kind of going down that path, that can really blossom into a
whole thing.
Yeah.
That could keep you very busy in human resources.
Yes, it can. So I'm trying to hopefully manifest the positive and not the negative.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So I'm gonna end our podcast. But I wanted to give you some time at the end. If there's anything you wanted to share with people, any recommendations that you have for people who want to know more about having a positive mindset, or even companies. Do you think that human resources should focus on positive mindset as one of their topics to help with their culture and employees?
Yeah, I really do think positive mindset is a cornerstone of creating the right culture and creating the right level of engagement for employees in the workforce. I mean, we've seen the great reset or the great resignation. And I think part of it is that employees aren't getting, that mental preparedness or that positive mindset that they need out of the current job. So they're looking for that job that provides that for them. So I'm hoping that I'm helping build an organization that has that positive mindset and that people enjoy coming to work every single day.
Well, based on the little bit that we talked about, I can tell that you are a good, strong leader in that area. Very positive. I see the different things that you're doing. I can hear it. It's wonderful, and I do wish you the best, and that you continue growing with your fellow employees. It's a great thing.
Well, thank you, Kimberly. I really enjoyed being on your show today.
Thank you so much. Everybody who is listening, I wanted to say thank you from both of us for listening. Also, please remember to like and subscribe, and we look forward to hearing from you again. Thank you so much. Okay, one second.